Hello and welcome back. Today I have two new nodes that I'm pretty excited to show you. First, we have this random Greek mythology node, which has four categories: gods, heroes, monsters, and titans. The node pulls up a short description of a random figure from the chosen category. It then passes the description to the master key and the Gemini API node, which expands the description to a full prompt. Let's try with the category hero. It gives us Pandora and a short description of her. The description is expanded to a prompt and then turned into an image using your chosen model. I'm using the Z Image Turbo model. I've also updated the Gemini API node so you can pick between two different API keys in a drop-down menu. This is because Google has restricted the free API calls to 20 per day, and for me that's not enough. I've gotten myself a paid API key and using it with the Gemini 2.0 Flash and Flash Lite. It's quite cheap. The other day I made around 100 API calls and it costed me something like 50 cents. Now let's see how our Pandora turns out. I want to also point out that these nodes are mostly meant for inspiration, and the image might not always turn out 100% accurate. Yeah, sure, that could be Pandora for all I know. I'm happy with the image at least. Let's try monsters. I have no idea what this is, and much less how to pronounce it. But let's give it a shot and see what we get. Alright, so here we got the serpent bull thing. The anatomy is a bit flawed, as it happens every now and then with AI. But overall, I think it's a cool image. Let's move on to the second node, which is a random scripture node. It will randomly grab verses from either the Bible, the Quran, or the Torah and expand it into a full prompt. Let's try the Proverbs and see what we get. I initially only had the Bible verses, but decided to add the Quran and Torah as well. Not for religious reasons, but because these old scriptures has some really cool stories that I believe can be made into fantastic art. The proverb used here was the following: "He who conceals his sins doesn't prosper, but whoever confesses and renounces them finds mercy." And the image, sure, why not? I can definitely see how the image connects to the proverb. Next, let's do the same using a verse from the Quran. The verse this time was the following: "And cannot give them help, nor can they help themselves." Some pretty vague stuff there. And the image? Again, I can see the connection, even with this very vague input. Let's also do one from the Torah. And for this image, we got the following verse: "Therefore observe faithfully all the terms of this covenant, that you may succeed in all that you undertake." I'm not a specialist in interpreting ancient scripture, but I believe that this image also is connecting well to the input verse. You can also use these nodes in a text-to-video workflow, such as 1.2.2 text-to-video. Let's make a video from a random Quran verse and see what we get. I'll speed things up and let us jump straight to the output. The verse we got for this video was the following: "O children of Adam, we have revealed unto you raiment to conceal your shame and splendid vesture, but the raiment of restraint from evil, that is best. This is of the revelations of Allah, that they may remember." I must admit, I have no idea what this verse is supposed to mean, but I like the video output. And finally, let's create a video by using the random Greek mythology node. By picking gods from the drop-down menu, we get some god named Notus. Not a god I am familiar with, but let's see the result. In an earlier test, using the Heroes option, I got Icarus, as you can see in the output. Now this god named Notus is supposed to be the god of heat winds or something. So let's see the final result of how our AI and nodes interpret Notus. There definitely seemed to be a lot of heat. Since I'm unfamiliar with this specific god, I have no objections to the output. I think the output video is great. You can get these two nodes together with the rest of my nodes in the Creepybits node pack. I'll link to my GitHub repository in the description. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, or have any suggestion for other videos I should make, like the video and subscribe to the channel.